Eagle TV.
In case you've forgotten, I'm Griffin.
And I'm Lily.
What do we have this week?
Well, I'm glad you asked. There was a birthday celebrated this week.
Whose birthday?
We know him as Dark Roast Rob. You might know him as Mr. Ingle.
How old is he?
There is no right answer to that question.
Fair enough. Should we start?
Sure.
Hey, I'm Karis.
And I'm Daniel. Welcome to this week's devotion. This week's devotion is about setting a good example for all people. Karis.
Not just Christians, but non-believers as well.
Why is this important, Karis? Why should we set a good example for non-believers as well?
Well, think about it. If someone hates you for loving Jesus, that's fine. Not everyone is going to like us, especially if we follow Christ. But if someone hates Jesus because of you, then that's a big problem.
Whoa, I've never thought of that before.
Yeah, whether we realize it or not, people pay close attention to our actions. Either we're setting a good example of what a Christ follower is, or by our actions, we're pushing people away from God.
1 Corinthians 11:1 says, "Be imitators of me as I am of Christ." And 1 Peter 3:15 says, "But in your hearts honor Christ the Lord as holy. Always be prepared to make a defense to anyone who asks you for a reason for the hope that is in you. Yet do it with the gentleness and respect."
I hope you've learned the importance of setting an example of Christ.
See you next time.
Hello and welcome back to your HG Faculty Profile. Now, today we're going to swing back over to our elementary side of things with our elementary science teacher, Mrs. Laidlaw. Mrs. Laidlaw, how are you today?
I'm great, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good.
Great.
So starting off with our first question, how long have you been here at HCA?
I have been at HCA for almost 5 years.
Wow. And do you have like a most memorable moment that you would, just tell everyone like, this is my most memorable moment from teaching?
Absolutely. There's so many great moments and memories, but I think one of my favorite and most fun was when I took my 5th grade class outside to test out their kites that we made to test weather. And as we did that, we were out in the field, and real close to the field was the highway. And it was real windy, and I said to the students, don't let go of your kites because they're going to fly to the highway. And guess what? Sure enough, one of our students let go of his kite, the wind took it, and we had half the class running through the cemetery next door trying to find that kite. And it was a great memory. It was very, very fun.
At least they didn't get Ben Franklin.
Yes.
Well, is there something you like to do outside of your time at teaching at HCA?
Yes. I love to stay healthy by planting my own garden and exercising and cooking that great food and spending time with family, of course, and sharing that with family and neighbors.
And then rounding out our questions, how has your faith sort of impacted you in your life and your teaching?
In a huge way. My faith as a Christian has impacted being a science teacher by implementing the Word of God. So implementing Scripture into the science, into my lessons is huge, as well as experiencing the land, the Holy Land, and implementing that as well. It all goes together.
And hopefully you all learned something new at home, and for everyone watching, this has been your elementary science teacher, Mrs. Laidlaw. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, and welcome back to another episode of Summer States. This week's state is West Virginia, so let's get right into it. Did you know that West Virginia is the only state completely within the Appalachian Mountain Range and is given the nickname the Mountain State? Also, West Virginia is the only state to be admitted under the Presidential Proclamation. And lastly, standing tall at 292 feet, the state capitol dome is higher than the dome at the nation's capital. Well, stay tuned for another state. Bye.
Hi, and welcome back to High School Sports.
On May 2nd and May 3rd, high school golf traveled to state.
High school golf did really well during the state tournament, but individually, Cole Brower won state. So here's a picture of him after he won state.
On May 6th, Ethan Emerson traveled to state for high school track. He placed 8th for state this year.
So this is the last episode of High School Sports for this year, so here are just a few highlights from the entire year.
And that's all for high school sports.
Hi again, I'm Griffin.
And wait, why are we introducing ourselves again?
Well, just in case they forgot.
I think we're pretty unforgettable.
I agree. You didn't introduce yourself again.
You are funny.
No, I'm Griffin.
And I'm moving on for the rest of the show.
Hi, and welcome back to Weird But True. This week's weird factoid has to do with boats. Now this fact is a little bit different from the ones we've done earlier in this year. So there once lived a boat, but this boat was very special. So this boat actually found a significant link between the Antarctic winds and the rising sea temperatures. Now that isn't very interesting. The real surprising part of this boat is the name. This boat's name was Boaty McBoatface. Now how this name came to be is pretty surprising. The name was decided by an online poll on April 16, 2016. The name of the person who came up with his name was James Hand. The wacky word for this week is pogonophobia. This is when somebody has a fear of beards, and I might know somebody that has that. You see, a couple weeks ago, Mr. Ingle shaved away his beard. I have a sneaking suspicion that he might have this. Well, that's an investigation for another day, but for now, just stay weird.
I know, you're probably thinking me again, but I have more facts to tell you about Wisconsin, so let's get right into it. Did you know that Green Bay is known as the toilet paper capital of the world? And the first ice cream sundae was made in Two Rivers in 1881. Also, the largest woolly mammoth to ever be excavated was discovered in Kenosha. And there's more states to go, so stay tuned for it.
Hi, I'm Jordan, and this week's Bible verse is Ecclesiastes 3:11. It says, "He has made everything beautiful in its time. He has also set eternity in the human heart, yet no one can fathom what God has done from the beginning to end." God's works are well done. There is order, harmony, and beauty in all of them. Think of a caterpillar, for example. It goes into a chrysalis and comes out as a beautiful butterfly. Nothing can be more beautiful than the creation of God. He has made everything in His image, and it is perfect. Thank you for watching, and come back next time.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Rank Time. And today we're going to be ranking the top 5 best food. Fast food, I should say. Not normal food. Sorry, all normal food. At number 5, we have, well, what a coincidence, Five Guys. Five Guys is wildly overrated, and I kind of hate it. One time I went to Five Guys. I was just trying to get a burger, maybe a milkshake, maybe some fries too. Man, then some guy just walks in. And anytime someone walks into my stores, you know it's going to be bad. The guy just starts screaming as loud as he can. And then the guy said, "I want to fight the manager." Then the manager is this like massive man, and the guy screaming is just very small. They kicked him out of the store, but yeah. At number 4, we have Starbucks. The teenage girl safe zone. It's okay, I like Starbucks, but can we just call it small, medium, and large instead of like tall and grande? I just want to drink my drink. I don't want to have an English lesson. At number 3, KFC. Very well placed. KFC is pretty good. At number 2, the Christian cook-off Chick-fil-A. It's good that it's Christian. I'm happy about that. And number 1, you know the jingle, you know the mascot. It's McDonald's. And I have a little surprise for y'all next week. For all you Noah fans, it's coming back. Noah knows.
Hi, I'm Griffin Harrell, and welcome back to Did You Know? Did you know that Alfred Hitchcock was scared of eggs? He's scared of eggs because he didn't like the look of them from the outside, and that they revolted him. I'm Griffin Harrell, and now you know.
Welcome back to Dad Jokes. I'm Dad, and
I'm not.
she's not. She is not. This is Lily. Lily was with us earlier this semester, maybe in the fall, and she's back again. I have a very special gift from Lily. It's a mug of rocks that requires a very long explanation we won't go into. And also, Lily was selected by the broadcast team as this year's best on-air talent, which is well deserved. And so we're gonna do some jokes. You brought jokes, right?
I brought paper.
I have paper with jokes on them. All right, I'm gonna let you go first. Because I'm a gentleman.
Well, to go along with your rock mug.
Yes.
Why did the rock decide to hit the gym?
Why did the rock decide to hit the gym? I don't know.
Well, he wanted to be bigger and bolder.
Got it. Had to go to the gym to work out to be a boulder, no longer a rock. Man. Are these going to be all rock jokes?
No.
Okay, good. So, I'm really proud of my fingers, right? I am. I'm really proud of them. You know why?
Well, why?
I can always count on them. Yeah, I know. Roll your eyes. That's fine. Count on them.
Yeah.
2, 3. Okay, you're up.
Well, a fun backstory just behind Mr. Engel. He has a fun selection of pickles in his mini fridge back here. Long story behind that. So I have a pickle joke.
Oh, good. I like pickles.
Why do pickles celebrate their birthday? You know, to go along with your birthday.
Why? Why? Yeah. Why do pickles celebrate their birthdays? Cucumber, sour, char. I don't know.
They just relish the moment.
Relish is made from pickles, so they relish the moment. Okay. You probably didn't know this about me. We've now worked together for almost 2 years now. You probably didn't know this, but I can play the piano by ear. Did you know that?
Really?
Yes. I used to use my hands, but
Oh.
now I use my
I still use my hands.
ears. Well, you should try playing by ear.
Yeah, well, I'm still young.
you have time to grow. All right.
Well, this one has, like, it's just there.
It's the okay.
There's no, like, connections to anything.
Oh, okay.
But
yeah.
It's just a fact about me. 'Cause,
Oh,
like,
I like facts about
yeah,
you.
you know me for almost 2 years now.
Yes.
My dog has no nose.
Dog has no nose.
It's just random fact.
Poor
And,
dog.
You know, like, I always wondered, like, how does it smell? And it's just a thought I always had, but it smells awful. My dog smells so bad.
Your dog has no nose. It smells.
How does he
awful.
smell?
Smells awful
Yeah.
because he can't smell. He smells bad. Poorly, as it were. That's really bad, by the way.
I know.
Not to mention the image it just made with a dog with no nose. It's like 2 eyes and a mouth, and that's it. Early in my professional career, I was an elementary school teacher. I know. And so my kids would go through pencil erasers and go through them all. And so I invented a pencil with 2 erasers. But I learned quickly it was pointless. It doesn't have a point. It had 2 erasers. Okay, we're moving on.
I'm out.
That's it?
I am out.
Wow. So it's all on me now.
Yep.
Okay. I have a joke that was sent in.
Oh.
But it was anonymous, so I don't know. It was just in my box. Did you hear about the guy who invented the knock-knock joke?
No.
He was awarded the Nobel Prize.
Because
The Nobel,
stuff. Yeah.
They don't get any better, I guess. I'm sorry.
They're
There's
just
not
going
going to be
downhill.
worse
They're
either.
just downhill.
All right, so that's it for this week. We're out of here. We got one more show next week, so don't forget to tune in for that. Lily, thank you for joining us, and we'll see you guys next time.
For real now, this is the last time you have to see me this week, so let's get right into Wyoming. Did you know that Wyoming is the least populated state in the U.S.? Also, Wyoming is wild about dinosaurs. They're one of the only few states to have an official state dino. Also, Wyoming is one of the only 3 states that uses straight lines for borders. And don't forget, Stuco elections are this week, so vote me, Summer Jones, as your treasurer. Bye!
So I heard that there's something happening at the school next week.
Yes, it's a groundbreaking ceremony for the new gym.
What's actually happening then?
Well, we get to go, and we're going to video it and put it on the channel.
So you should definitely look out for that.
So like and subscribe.
And watch out for the new groundbreaking ceremony next Wednesday.
And with that, I guess we'll see you next time.
Bye.